Iran has ushered in the new year with violent protests that refuse to die down. Thousands of Iranians are out on the streets marching against soaring inflation, water and power shortages. Fifth day of the protest turned out to be the deadliest. On Thursday, clashes erupted between demonstrators and security forces in two separate parts of Iran. In Loristan province, 3 people have died in the standoff, with 17 others wounded. Local media said that clashes began after a group of rioters took advantage of ongoing protests to allegedly attack the police. Hours before, a clash took place in southwest Iran's Lordegan city between protesters and security forces. 2 civilians were killed, and local media also reported property damage in the area. The first confirmed death was a member of Iran's security forces who was killed on Wednesday night. The deputy governor of Loristan province said a 21-year-old member of the Basij from the city of Khudasht was killed. The Basij are a volunteer paramilitary force linked to Iran's Revolutionary Guards. This takes the total death toll up to 6. Protesters have spread out to over 17 of the 31 provinces. The provinces of Chahar Mahal, Bakhtiyari, Ilam and Khuzestan, Khorasan, Rizavi and Loristan all witnessed fresh demonstrations. Cities such as Tehran, Isfahan, Shiraz, Karaj and Fasa are also on the boil. Now on Wednesday, protesters also attacked a government building in southern Iran. Eyewitness video release showed people trying to access a building in Fars province. Authorities confirmed that a portion of the provincial governor's office door and its glass were destroyed. Another footage showed protesters clashing with security forces in the western city of Hamadan. Earlier, Iran's prosecutor general had warned that any attempt to create insecurity would be met with a decisive response. On New Year's Eve, authorities announced a holiday for banks, schools and several other public institutions. The reason, officials said, is due to cold weather and the need to preserve energy. Protests began on Sunday in Tehran's largest mobile phone market, where shopkeepers shuttered their businesses. The rallies have since built momentum, with students at 10 universities in the capital and in other cities joining in on Tuesday. Government has appointed a new governor to the central bank after the former official resigned following a record currency fall against the US dollar. Inflation in Iran has surged past 42%, driven by a collapsing rial and sharply rising living costs. As the rial weakens to record lows, prices are spiraling. Food costs are up 72% year-on-year, while health and medical items have risen 50%. Sanctions, political uncertainty and fears of wider conflict are compounding pressure on households, shrinking purchasing power and pushing the economy closer to the risk of hyperinflation. And all this has now led to the big question: how will the government and the supreme leader ensure that Iranians get a stable economy?